Man, oh man. What's going on, everybody? It's Sacred Eagle. This is going to be one of those videos. Just the weekly prediction video. Sure as now, some of you guys have checked out my 30-minute podcast video that I posted to here, but the podcast is out everywhere else. I'll start to drop links in the community tab in the description. It'll be like 1 to 2 times a week, just talking about certain things, especially after the games have occurred, because I had a lot to get off my chest, and that was the best way to do it. And we're going to continue that right here, right now, with my prediction, my preview, my breakdown of the Eagles versus the Cincinnati Bengals at home. Week 3. It's crazy, it's already week 3, but I think you can already kind of tell that I am not ready for this game. What felt like an easy win 3 weeks ago has been... It's just been through the ringer at this point. It just like... This all comes down to a few simple things. Number 1, Carson Wentz. Will he be able to play a clean game? And when I say clean game, I mean no turnovers, hitting passes that he's meant to hit, and playing smart. I mean... I talked about him regressing as much as I didn't want to. And ahead of this game, going up against guys like Joe Burrow, young guys that are looking to get better as the seasons go on and everything like that, I mean, I'm going to come out and just fully say this. If Carson Wentz gets outperformed by Joe Burrow, I'm definitely not going to be happy. Like, that's the... I feel like every single week I've done that, because after the Washington game, I said to myself in my preview for the Rams game, if the Eagles lose this game in a fashion that is just absolutely terrible, as in they get blown out or they just look just full out just terrible, I'm going to be very upset, and I'm going to be calling for somebody to step up or worse. And that's exactly what happened, and here we are now, a week later. Looking into this game that I felt initially was going to be an easy game is now a game that is very questionable, because the Washington football team, in my eyes, are worse than the Cincinnati Bengals. I feel like the Bengals have improved 10 times as much as the Washington football team has, despite Washington having a really good defensive front. And Dwayne Haskins, who in my opinion, he's okay. I need to see more from him. And the wide receivers aren't great. The running backs aren't great. We saw that Washington football team that I just described as worse than the Cincinnati Bengals beat the Philadelphia Eagles. And now you're trying to get me to say that we're going to beat the Bengals. I'm watching quick slants, and I'm watching a lot of people just tweet out their ideas and their predictions, and they're saying that this is the easy win. This is as close as a gimme as it's going to get. The gimme was Washington. We should not have lost that game, let alone against the Rams. We should not have lost to the Rams. Rams are improving for sure. They're playing a better style of football than they did a year ago, but Jesus Christ. We were moving the ball against them until you know what happened. Carson Wentz throwing into double coverage late to J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, who ends up getting popped as the ball is intercepted right in front of him. If Carson Wentz continues to play like that is the biggest thing. Is Carson Wentz, can he make the right decisions, and can he finally own up to his mistakes more than just, oh, we gotta clean up the turnovers. No need to panic. We're right there. We're not right there because you're not right there. Clearly, you're not right there. Now let's actually talk about the game. Enough whining and complaining. Can the Eagles win this game? Of course they can. They're the better team from a talent standpoint. It's just a matter of, will they play like a better team? It's the same thing that we said about the Dallas Cowboys last year, because they were underachieving despite their talent. And so far, they're doing the same this year. But they have a win, and we don't. And at least I thought that the Eagles were going to be the better team this year, especially at this point. We should have been 2-0. I feel like the Cowboys were going to go 1-1 at best, and they are 1-1 at best. Just they lost and won the games I didn't think they were going to, but that's neither here nor there. The Eagles can win this game. I feel confident in Jim Schwartz to right the wrongs that happened with the defense last week. I feel like considering that the Cincinnati Bengals run a very similar offense to what the Rams do, that Jim Schwartz will learn how to combat that. I think that he's going to be able to rally the troops and have the defense ready to go. But that also leads me to look on the other side. The offense going up against the Cincinnati Bengal defense, who I am not too afraid of whatsoever. They allowed over 285 rushing yards to the Bengals, or to the Browns. If the Eagles can run the football, they should have some success. But we said that against the Rams, and the Eagles did have success, and they lost. So you see where I'm frustrated. You see where we should be frustrated. Miles Sanders and Boston Scott, I believe, are going to have very good games against the Cincinnati Bengals, win or lose. I feel like the Eagles are going to try their hardest to start with the run, to set up the pass, make some play-action plays. Doug Peterson spoke about potentially moving out Carson Wentz a lot more if the running game is successful, which let's pray to the Lords, the football gods that it is. And then it all comes down to what I've already spoken of. Carson Wentz, can he rebound off of the first past two games? Last 2 weeks, can Carson Wentz rebound and fix what went wrong? And if not, then we're going to have a lot of questions, and I'm not going to know what those questions are going to be, because we've already spoken about Jalen Hurts and called his name out a lot, but I'll say it again, how much more can you take of your franchise quarterback, your $100 million man, struggling the way he's been struggling, not just this year, but over the past couple of years. Something I didn't mention in that 30-minute rant was that his record is 14-15 ever since he came back in 2018. If that doesn't say enough about how concerned you should be, then I don't know what does after what happened the past couple of weeks. At the bottom line, the Eagles should win this game. I've said that the past 2 weeks. But if I had to make a pick, I say the Eagles are going to lose this game. And I want them to prove me wrong. I'm going to say the Eagles lose this game by a small margin. Actually, no, by a rather large margin if they play the way that they have played the past 2 weeks. They lost the first game by 10, the next game by 18. I don't think they're going to eclipse a 20-point loss, losing like 30-10 or something like that, but I can definitely see 2 scores if the Eagles are just as sloppy, if the defense struggles, and Carson Wentz isn't able to redeem himself after the past 2 weeks. And if that's the case, then I'm going to be asking a lot of questions, and I think everybody else is going to be asking a lot of questions as well. Because right now, we're asking what this team is supposed. Who is this team? What are they supposed to be? We have no answers, and we don't know if we're going to get any this week. But I think that this week is going to define who the Philadelphia Eagles are, especially under Carson Wentz as the starting quarterback. So that's my pick. That's my preview. That's my prediction. Let me know what you guys think about the Bengals versus the Eagles game coming up this weekend. I will be streaming my live reaction like I did previously. So stay tuned for that. Just stick around for that. And I'll see you all then. Fly, Eagles, fly. As always, peace out, guys.